She broke the lock. She thought she was taking my Jeep. But when the HOA president hotwired that dusty, camel-wrapped beast sitting in my driveway, she had no idea it wasn't just my Jeep. It was bait. Police task force bait. And Karen just triggered an operation 2 years in the making. It all started when I moved back into my childhood home, a quiet cul-de-sac in the suburbs, tucked behind pine trees and HOA patrols. My name's Rick. I'm 35, ex-military, now working with a special joint task force on vehicle theft and smuggling rings. We were running an undercover sting, and I was posing as a low-key, slightly messy neighbor, someone the HOA would immediately dislike. Our plan was simple. Use a rugged, military-style Jeep, confiscated from a gang bust, as bait. Park it in plain sight. Make it look abandoned and wait. Word was that someone in our HOA, or connected to it, was tipping off a car theft network that targeted high-value vehicles. And that tipster? Our prime suspect, the HOA president herself, Karen Whitmore. Karen was everything you'd expect. Aggressive, power-hungry, and a self-declared enforcer of neighborhood aesthetics. She once gave a citation to a retired veteran for flying a slightly faded American flag. She hated me the moment she saw the Jeep in my driveway. This eyesore is violating HOA Code 3.6, unauthorized vehicle type. She barked during our first interaction, waving a clipboard like it was a badge. I politely told her the Jeep was legally parked, licensed, and on private property. But I knew this was only the beginning. A few days later, I received 10 different warnings, taped to my front door. She even sent a letter threatening towing. That's when we placed a tracker in the Jeep, installed hidden dash cams, and locked the steering wheel with a modified device that would record fingerprints and alert us if tampered with. Then we waited. 3 weeks passed. Karen's complaints increased. She called code enforcement. They sided with me. Tried shaming me in the community newsletter, and even convinced 2 neighbors to sign a petition. Then, one Thursday morning around 4:30 a.m., it happened. Our motion sensor triggered. The alert hit my phone. Vehicle entry attempt, lock compromised. Karen had cut the padlock, and she wasn't alone. The dash cam showed her wearing gloves, sunglasses, and a black hoodie. A man stood behind her, her nephew, Cody, recently released from probation. She whispered, "He won't even notice until this afternoon. We'll park it at your buddy's place and change the plates." They thought they were boosting a neglected Jeep. What they didn't know was this Jeep was wired to law enforcement, tagged, and watched 24/7. I called the command center. Suspects have entered the target vehicle. Tracking is live. Permission to intercept. "Granted," said Agent Morris. We let them drive off, just far enough to catch them red-handed. 10 minutes later, just 2 blocks from our neighborhood, 3 unmarked SUVs boxed them in. Sirens followed. Helicopters above. Karen screamed. Cody tried to run. Didn't get far. We arrested both. The Jeep's cameras caught everything. The conversation, the lock cutting, the theft plan. Karen's gloves didn't help. Her prints were already on file from her HOA permit applications. The fallout? Oh, it was glorious. Karen was charged with vehicle theft, conspiracy, and interfering in a federal operation. Her smug smile disappeared when she was told this wasn't a car theft. It was tampering with government property. Cody got hit with parole violation and new theft charges. The next HOA meeting was legendary. I showed up, took the mic, and revealed everything. I'm Agent Rick Taylor, Joint Task Force Division 9. The Jeep was part of a federal sting operation. And your president, Karen Whitmore, just helped us expose a vehicle theft ring operating through suburban HOA networks. People gasped. One guy even spit out his coffee. Karen's friends turned on her instantly. Turns out, she'd been helping remove unwanted cars in multiple neighborhoods and getting paid under the table. Aftermath, Karen was removed as HOA president within 24 hours. The HOA board issued a public apology and asked me to stay on as a security advisor, which I politely declined. Cody took a plea deal and confessed to other neighborhood thefts. But here's the best part. The operation didn't just catch Karen. Her phone records led us to 3 more suspects, people tied to a ring stealing and reselling lifted trucks, boats, and military-grade vehicles from nice neighborhoods. The sting unraveled a $2.2 million smuggling pipeline, all because one Karen thought she could steal an ugly Jeep. So yeah, if you're ever tempted to judge someone by their driveway, think twice. That rusty Jeep might just belong to the police. And if you're an HOA president who thinks the rules don't apply to you, well, don't be like Karen. Because next time you cut a lock, it might not just be theft. It might be a trap. If you enjoyed that story, smash that like button and subscribe for more crazy real-life stories with insane twists. Drop a comment if you've ever had a run-in with a power-tripping HOA. And remember, justice doesn't always wear uniform. Sometimes it wears flip-flops and drives a dusty Jeep.